All right, hello everybody on LinkedIn and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining this live session. We're going to talk about data monetization with the Dean of Big Data, also known as Bill Schmarzo, but I think his first name is, or he goes by the Dean of Big Data. He is the author of a newly released book, The Economics of Data, Analytics, and Digital Transformation. And we're going to bring him up on stage, ask him a bunch of questions all about data monetization and digital transformation. But before we do that, I actually want to briefly make an announcement and talk about a sale that Pact Publishing currently has going on. They basically, for the month of, I believe it's from December 15th until January 15th or 14th, all of their ebooks and videos are only $5. So just wanted to put that out there, let you know that if you're interested, you can go check that out. We're going to get Ravit Jain from Pact to hop on the session at the end, probably in about 45 minutes, and he's going to tell you more about that. But without further ado, I'd like to bring Mr. Schmarzo up on stage. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's almost Christmas. Yay.
It's almost Christmas. What? My daughter asks me every day, when is Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know.
Can you see all the little Easter eggs hidden, Christmas Easter eggs hidden around my office here?
I see lights and a big thing in the back, but no.
Okay, well, it's somebody who's got a bigger screen can see that some of my favorite Christmas ornaments are out.
We are doing a giveaway today, so if you're joining us now, ask Bill questions. Any questions you want. He thinks he's going to talk about data. We probably will mostly talk about data, but he said any question is a good question. And we're going to select 3 winners that are going to receive his latest book. He's written like 1 million books at this point. This is his latest book. It came out, what, 2 weeks ago? A little more?
Yeah, just about a week ago, actually. So it's pretty
new.
A
week ago. Okay.
Yeah.
On Amazon, it said November 30th, I think. So, okay, I guess it came out a week ago. It's brand new. I got this book a couple of days ago, and I've been reading through it. I was just telling Bill before we kick things off how I love the graphics inside the book, and he has his little tips of oh, now I can't find one. Oh, here, Dean of Big Data tips. I thought that was a great touch. So, Bill, why don't you, as people are joining, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and why are you known as the Dean of Big Data?
A little bit about myself. So I'm a one-trick pony. I only do data and analytics. I've been doing data and analytics since I was a wee child. I got hooked on data and analytics when I was young, playing a game called Stratomatic Baseball, and I was probably in middle school when I started playing that. And that is sort of a precursor to the sabermetric that craze that swept baseball. But it was a card game where you had rolled dice and you had the statistics about players, and if you knew statistics and data better than your opponent, you could sometimes really have an unfair advantage, which is what I had. So most of my life has been around data and analytics. Lots of Forrest Gump moments in my life, right place, right time, not because I'm smart or good looking or from Iowa. Sometimes in life, you just get lucky. And so many moments in the late 1980s, I was fortunate to be the leader of one of the very first data warehouse BI projects when I was working with Procter & Gamble. I had one other Forrest Gump moment when I went to Yahoo. At the same time, they're releasing this capability called Hadoop. And then the Dean of Big Data thing, another Forrest Gump moment. So Strata had just announced their conference for data science. This was I think it was the very first Strata conference in San Jose. And it was really nerdy, really technical. We were really talking about Hadoop and all things, sort of starting to venture into this area of data science. And the people who were organizing that came to me and had read some of my blog and said, "Hey, Schmarzo, you mind doing us a favor? All the topics are really nerdy. Can you talk about it from a business perspective? Can you put a business frame around it?" So I said, "Sure, I'd love to do that." So I did a session called the Big Data MBA. And what it was about was trying to explain to the data scientists and the data engineers why what they were doing was so important, not just from a technology perspective, but from a business perspective. So I went through that, did that session. It was very well received. A lot of people afterwards, wanted more information. And so I went, after that presentation, I went to the Cube, Jeff Frick and John Furrier and those folks, right? And so Dave Vellante, they brought me on the stage and asked me what I talked about. And I kind of walked to the presentation in the session. And I think it was John Furrier goes, "Well, geez, you're like the Dean of Big Data." And it just stuck, right?
Oh, amazing.
So it was, and then I love teaching. As you know, Kate, I teach at the University of San Francisco and at the National University of Ireland in Galway. I also do lectures for a number of different universities. I just got a note this morning. There's a bunch of universities in India that want me to do a lecture.
Oh,
sure, right? I can do that from my back of my little studio here, right? And so it's great. I love teaching. I love lecturing because I find that they bring a lot of energy to the conversation, and I love the willingness of students to, like Tom Hanks in the movie Big.
Yep.
When you explain something, they'll stop and look at you and they'll go, "I don't get it." Those are learning moments for me.
Yeah.